And basically, I will get them to not sing. Because the biggest problem with CC2 and CC1 is that they think they know the words, but they don't. And so listening to it can actually help their pronunciation a lot. And the first thing we'll do is talk about the pictures, and I'll ask some questions. Yeah.
Okay, video you can always find here instead go to YouTube, but I mean either way.
So you guys are adults, so I'm probably not going to go through the whole thing with you, the song. But I might, it's like Scott's asking a story. I'll ask them, hey, what's going on? What do you see? Right? Raise your hand, tell me one thing you can see, everybody. Teacher Phil.
A crab.
A crab, that's right. Does the crab look happy? Does it look angry? Does it look sad? What's it look like?
It's pensive.
It looks pensive, right? A little reflective moment sitting on the beach over here. Very nice, okay? And I'll play one time where they just listen. I won't stop it, and they just kind of get into their brain. Second time, good. I'll say, okay, what do you see? Who can tell me? What do you see? And they're always really excited to tell you all the things they can see. Like, Teacher Hamish, tell me one thing you can see. A sandcastle? Yeah. Is it a big sandcastle or a little sandcastle? It's huge.
That's the dog.
It's almost bigger than the dog. It's amazing.
It's a giant dog.
Do you think it's easy to build a sandcastle like this? What do you think? No, I don't think it is. And when the water comes in and hits the sandcastle, what will happen? It'll probably break, right? It takes a lot of tries. So I'm building up the themes about what the song's about. Right? And then you see in the picture, oh, what happened to the sandcastle? It's broken, right? Whoa! And then basically go through like that. Then I pull up the lyrics, just like this, and I think of different activities, one of which will be like this. I'll ask the kids first, like, okay guys, now that we've listened to the song a few times and we can see some of the words here, can you tell me one thing that you know in the song? And for this song, they'll always say the same thing. What do they know right away? Can you guess? Of course, never give up, right? And so I'll take a few of my smart kids, well not smart kids, the ones who just are really excited and go, never give up! And I'll say, oh, that's great. Can you say it again? Never give up! Whoa, you sound really good over there, little Travis. So I'll give them, never give up. And then the other kids are like, what? I want a paper, never give up, never give up. And they're saying it, right? And I'm like, oh, everyone hands down, okay? If you can say never give up, and I pronounce it very clearly, then I want you to raise your hand, but wait for me. Ready? 3, 2, 7. Wait. Jason, no, I said after my count. 3, 2, 1, go. Joshua,
Never give up.
oh, that sounded really good, Teacher Joshua. There you go. Never give up, okay? And then I'll be like, I've only got one more. You can say it very well. Anybody? Anybody?
34, 1, 2, 34.
No. I'm not doing it 3, 2, 1 anymore. I'm just saying who can say it. You'd be raising your hand being like, I can say it. All right, can you say it, sir?
Never give up.
Very good, okay. And then basically with this one, I'm changing the font, making it cute. Maybe some of the girls or some of the edgy guys will be like, wow, I really want this one, okay? This one's really hard to say. So I'll say, I'm gonna sing it very slowly for you. You try to listen to it, okay? Never give up. Wait a minute, what did I just say? Never give up. Wait, who has never give up? You guys have never give up? I want you to lift that up every time you see your words, okay? Ready? Okay, put that down. I don't want to see it anymore. Ready? Never give up. Good. Teacher Travis, you were number 1. That was the fastest. Teacher William, give Teacher Travis 1 point. Thank you very much. All right. Never give up. Oh, a little slow there, Teacher William, but that's okay. You're trying, buddy. Gotta stick to it. Oh, gotta stick to it. Gotta stick to it. Gotta stick to it. Right? And I'll make it a big action. Gotta stick to it. Ooh. What do I have here? Gotta stick. Gotta stick. Does anybody know how to say this one? Sounds like
I'm gonna get on the paper, you're not getting it.
We know this about you.
You got it, Teacher Marius. Gotta stick to it. And I'll just hand some out. Gotta stick to it. Very good. And so basically every...
Can't stick.
Yeah, it's sticking. I'm sticking. Oh, Teacher Marius has sticky hands. I wonder why. Gotta stick to it. And then
Watch the hand.
I'll speed things up a little bit. I'll assume that at this point I've done it probably, everyone say it like 10 times, and I'll be like, okay, who can say, gotta stick to it? Everyone can do it really well. All right, just raise your hand. Yeah,
Gotta stick to it.
That was great. That was great, Teacher Jason. Anyone else gotta stick to it? Gotta stick to it.
Trying to stick to it.
That was great. That was great, Teacher Joshua. But you have one already, and you give someone else a chance, okay? And then we go through. Everyone gets a little paper, and I'll test. I'll be like, never give up. Hey, very good. Never say, never give up. Very good. Gotta stick to it. Good. Every time you raise your paper up, I want to hear you say the word. That was great, Teacher Myers. I'm giving you 2 points. You're so smart for thinking about that. That's great. Gotta stick to it.
Gotta stick to it.
Hey, 2 points. Okay. Next, we are going to do, so I hand out all these things, okay? And then basically, we're pretty much singing the song at that point. I'm going, never give up, dun, 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 never give up. Everyone's raising their hand, gotta stick to it, gotta keep trying, never give up, things make it, blah, blah, blah. I go through all about here, because by this point, they're very excited, and they know these words pretty well. But if I overload them, they're not gonna take it all in as well as they could have. So, I just want to tell you a couple more strategies. I'm going to keep this all brief because I'm going to take the whole lesson. But I have a kid, Alan, in my class. He really wants to do well. He really, really wants to do well, but his pronunciation isn't there, and his attention and focus isn't there. He's just a young kid, right? So you can't expect too much. He loves Snorlax, okay? Loves it. But I know that he's the first to finish his class dojo videos, and he has the worst class dojo videos consistently. So in a lesson like this, I think it's really important to apply this to the students who really need help. I chose the hardest line in my head, at least. There may be a big delay, right? Kids don't really know what is delay, and so I put a little Snorlax on it, right? And I'll be looking at Alan, I'm not giving him paper from anyone else until we get to, there may be a big delay, right? And I'm getting people saying, delay, oh, delay, we're going slow, something's late, oh no. And I'll be like, can anybody say this one? And I know whose hand will shoot up right away, right? It's Alan, the guy who can't pronounce it very well, but he really loves Snorlax, he really wants this card, and I know for a fact his hand's gonna shoot up right at this moment. And he gets it, and then we're playing a game, okay? I can't really do it in here. I did this with my class, it was great. I had each kid, each card standing in a line in the sequence of the song, and the kids had to go through like a security checkpoint and like say the words correctly to get their points. And Alan said this sentence about 150 times in 20 minutes, and it was amazing. And he can sing half the song now very beautifully. The hardest thing about these songs is getting that pronunciation in each kid, and you shouldn't expect every kid to know 100% right away. But if you go slowly, you cater your lesson plan to the kids, and you think of novel ways to get them engaged, and maybe don't do the same game every single song, then they'll learn it. Even my most difficult kids got at least through the first half of the song perfectly. What questions do you have? If you want me to go through the whole lesson, I can, but I think I'm giving you the gist of it. Lots of activities, lots of engagement, break it down slowly, talk about the themes, use all the resources. Any questions?
Should we print out in big fast so they can type in their book too?
Well,
Usually you type in their book or not?
I would, so if at the start of class, I'll go on Canva, size those down, keep them on one sheet for the lyrics and make the lyrics dynamic like that so they can associate these pictures with the lyrics like we just did. And but I wouldn't print out like 10 of these on B5 and then tape it in, it'd be too much.
No, I mean like the student who got the and type it in their book as their...
You could, of course you could. I probably wouldn't, just I don't want to waste too much space in there. But you definitely could, and then maybe take a picture of them holding it, and that would be a great picture in the book, right?
Yeah, that's great. That's better.
What other questions do you have? Anything else? These songs are honestly, in my experience, like of all the curriculum things that we have here, these are the toughest ones for me and the kids. When this comes out as homework, I'm always like, oh, okay, this is gonna be tough. I take a very active approach to it, and I think that the payoff is really high. Like I think my kids do sing really well. I know someone like Teacher Matthew though, he has this method of just like playing it in the background a million times until the kids have it in their subconscious, and they sing it beautifully too. They sing it beautifully too, so honestly, just whatever kind of suits your style, like just roll with it. This is my style, getting in their face and forcing them to say it, but Matthew's kind of chill way also works, so I mean, whatever is.
Yeah, I like a mixture of both. I just found that the passive way, like usually when they're art or something, when they're not really focused on the song, I realize that kids will start picking it up just because they're not focused and they're coloring. They're going.
It's like meditation.
They just go in. So passive works pretty well too.
I just don't have success with their pronunciation as well when it's passive, because they might think that they know it. They're like, you understand?
Yeah, you got
like, and you're like, okay, we got the lazy mouth, so I have to sit down with them like, okay, watch my mouth, right? Okay, gotta stick to it, right? And I do make them watch my mouth sometimes, which sounds kind of weird, but yeah, that's very important. Yeah, very important. Anything else?
Yeah, I add phonics to it, when I teach songs.
That's a good
I do
idea.
phonics all the time for the pronunciation.
Especially the difficult words.
The difficult words.
It really helps.
Yeah, I won't do like up anymore. Right, your CC2 class, but definitely like delay and patient is in there and perseverance and succeed. That's the ones there. I want to focus on that, but definitely want to make sure that kids in Taiwan pronounce their ending sounds because Chinese doesn't end on consonants most of the time. So
And you pointed out that is my greatest weakness, is stopping to break down phonics, because personally, I feel like I'm not very good at smoothly transitioning into the phonics from like the other activities. So I feel like I lose a bit of focus and attention from the kids when I do that. But I know you're a master at that, so I feel like I could do better with that in the future as well. But something like perseverance, like you better believe when I teach the second half, you know what I'm doing right here, right? I'm busting out into grit, and I have a really good grit song that the kids just like love singing all the time, and so that, you know, I have other ways to get them to learn the words, but phonics is more efficient, and I do realize that for sure.
Yeah, I hope you guys understand that phonics is really important in CC1 and CC2, so they don't need to struggle with that in EP1. Right? You can just see a new word and kind of, they still have to listen to you for some new words, okay? But if you say it once, they'll be like, oh yeah, I know it now. Right? Even, and so yesterday I was trying to read, like, oh, orange preserve, is it preserve? You know, something, a word you've never seen. You struggle to pronounce that, but you could pronounce everything else properly. It's a bit mountain jars. Like, yeah, you just need to say it one time and he knows it, right? That's grade 4, okay? So, but in grade 1 and grade 2, you want to nail the pronunciation.
Yeah,
And that's
yeah.
what phonics really helps. So make phonics fun, you know?
Phonics, yeah.
E-R, you know? Like, oh, you spell Chinese. And I just have a little bit of back and forth with that.
Mm-hmm.
Idea, Phil?
Instead of like, sometimes I do kind of a bit of what you do and a bit of what you do. I have the song just looping continually in the background so they get the melody. But then when it's time to actually teach it, I use the pictures, the book. But they start to sing, I'm like, no, don't sing it, like read it, like say the words. So then we do what you did with like the video, but you don't have to mess around stopping it
Right.
and like look at each picture back and forth. And then kind of trying to focus on what like the difficult words like delay, succeed, patience and perseverance.
Do you have many copies of those books?
It's the digital you project.
the digital,
on the whiteboard.
okay.
Yeah, just the book fold. It's just the pictures. You just flick through it back and forth, and then me and Ken act out like patience or something. So I don't know, I just did something, and I kept getting it wrong deliberately, and like, just wait, and then like, yeah, try and like act out the actual words so they can kind of remember that's what patient means, to wait happily.
It's a great idea. Yeah, teach comprehension.
Yeah, so we've just been reading it a couple of times at the moment, and then go like, and then say perseverance, like, oh, just if you can get that word, you can get the whole song, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's the hardest one. So.
I was lucky to knock that off with grit, so that's one they're very comfortable
Yeah,
with.
yeah.
Another thing everyone should remember that it's not just the song, right? It's the character development part. It's important to explain what it all means and actually see when situations arise in your class and you're playing a game, you know, like, oh, okay, look, never give up, perseverance is worth the need, maybe try again, you'll succeed. Just use the lyrics throughout. Well, you got 6 or 7 weeks for this song, and so you use it all the time. You know, okay, use it again and again and again. Like if I play dodgeball or something, you're out, sing first, you know, sing the chorus, never give up. It's true.
I'll listen to you doing the slapping the table and clapping their hands.
Yeah,
with it,
of course,
because it just bears itself in their head, and seriously, it'll pay off later. Next year, they'll be doing something. You say, "Hey, dude, never give up." And the whole class will be like, clap their hands. Yeah, it's great. It means it's stuck with them.
It's like all the songs that we've done, these character development songs, somewhere in your 1 or 2 years of teaching, there will be a moment in your class where one song refers to something that happens. And if you taught it well in your old class, you just burst out in song and go like 4 songs back and they'll just sing.
Yeah.
So it comes up every now and then.
They still do that in masters.
Yeah. It's kind of nice.
Totally.
Thank you, Jake.
Thanks. You guys want to send me a picture?